Good morning, everybody. Welcome to #Live365. The microphone's still giving me trouble since I traveled with it. Whoops. TSA guys was giving Billy Jack. Anyway, good to see you guys. What's happening? Happy January 19th, 2026. Here we go. Live on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube every day. Day 389 today. Man, Matthew Patron breaking the tape this morning. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, my voice is scary. What? Does it sound like this? Maybe I'll take this out.
All right. Is that better? Oh, Jesus. The phone connects to the laptop. Something's wrong with this board thing here. I don't know. Supposed to plug it in and have it work. Okay. You guys got sound now? Can you hear me? Somebody give me a thumbs up or something. Okay, thanks. You know, every 60 or 70 days or so, I have a technological glitch, you know, and that's when you really need Richard Nordheim in your corner. Good morning, Argentina. What's happening? I got to do a practice run with all this crap later. So, I started talking. I had the headphones on. I go, whoa, I got to take those off. Morning, Dave. You missed all the good stuff. Dave Brackett, good to see you. Locke Johnson. I'm not possessed, no. But I do have some funny little features there I can use on the board from time to time. Yeah, Richard and Tech Fridays. Ben, you know, where is he when you need him? Good to see you guys here. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I hope you're doing something today that not only that you enjoy, but pays homage to Martin Luther King Jr. I am working. So here we go. Right. Brad Birch, good to see you. Oh, what's happening? Good to see you guys. Yeah, what's going on? Lots going on around here. So podcasts and podcasts and podcasts happening. Sat down with a good friend of mine, Paul Rumo. Hadn't seen him in 38 years. From a good friend from high school. Played a lot of sports together. He was in town from Syracuse, New York. Dave, you remember Paul Rumo? Teresa, that's Rotors. Oh boy. Ian Johnson picking up a nice check today. Love it. Yeah. Brackett, are you doing that work yourself again? You crazy. You crazy. This isn't 1988, brother. Have somebody do that. Jesus. Justin Kohler, good morning. Dave, if you need me, hit me up. I can help you with that mechanical work. Solid -5. That's your 8 a.m. sharp weather report. Back to you, Bob. Thanks. It's kind of spitting snow, and we got 3 or 4 inches of snow again last night. So I need to feel useful. Yeah. We're in it now. Winter is here. So Victory Monday. I love it. I love to see it. So guys, I told you yesterday, if you didn't watch the live yesterday, I shared a lot about where I'm at, like physically, and doing something about that. So today was day 2 of making 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. my time. And just down here starts with a walk on the treadmill. Today I mixed in a little bit of jogging. I won't call it running. Jogging. All I was doing is just cycling the heart rate up and down. Nothing crazy. Get off and just did a bunch of stretching. quick little bit of a lift, but nothing I would call a lift. And just kind of training to train, so to speak, just getting moving. So as I said, that I'm going to commit to doing that every day. So my floor is 30 minutes. My ceiling is an hour. Okay. Or, anything above a half hour is going to be good. So the directive isn't specific because sometimes I set goals and get super specific and they're super big and super gaumy. And that doesn't always work. So what I did is just said, okay, what's reasonable? Get out of bed, come downstairs, hop on the treadmill, go from there. All right. Yeah. Crazy people jumping in ponds. That's right. Balmy 22 and walking in the snow. Good to see you, Dave. Congratulations on getting the first couple of weeks, I think, under your belt of 75 hard. Chicago was cold AF. Yeah. And it's cold this morning, I bet, too, with those Bears not winning. I thought they had it. Guy threw it, and I said to Wendy, I said, well, there goes. This is the end of the Bears season. And then he caught it in the end zone. I was like, whoa, okay, then. Okay, Dan. We're going to play a little more. So it's too bad. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to lose. So it's that time of year. But your friendly New England Patriots are still in the mix. So we'll see what happens on Sunday. I'll end up watching that one from Houston, Texas, because I'll be there for our 2-day takeoff event that's coming up. So good morning, Paul Tarasuk. Jay says no on the cold plunge. Ben Bryant, he said it wasn't cold. Yeah, never. All good. Probably warmer than the air. So good to see you guys. What I'm doing today, remember I was saying yesterday, for those of you guys that weren't here, I was like, I in the morning try to prep for this, which is why I was kind of throwing the workout out the window. So what I did is just kind of reassigned the time to prepare for this to the day before. Brilliant. So now I put the outline together, go over it, tee it up, and get it ready. And that way I don't have to mess with it in the morning. I can focus on moving my body. So Touring Man is here. Good morning, everyone. So I haven't been able to come to work for a while. Well, good to see you, brother. Welcome in, as they say. Yeah, for sure. Good to see you, brother. We missed you. And I get at least one text a month that says, hey, who's Touring Man? It's Touring Man. He's here. A bit of a legend in these parts. So good to see you, brother. Appreciate you being part of the community and checking in when you can. So, guys, we've been talking about buying back your life, all right? And not doing the things that don't move the needle, right? And unloading some things that are $5 or $10 tasks, right? And I want today to try to help you to stop seeing delegation as abandonment, start seeing it as development. So, yeah, Touring Man with the sign. Yeah. Like I said in the title, I don't know if you guys see the title or not, but I always copy and paste it. And Freddie is here. Good morning, Freddie. Yeah, most owners don't struggle with delegation because they lack skill. They struggle with it because they feel guilty. They don't want to give it up, right? They feel bad, all right? So we confuse letting go with letting people down. All right. So it's not a good thing to let something go, right? We got to do everything. Nobody does it like me, right? Delegation's not dumping work. It's just developing capacity. All right. Freddie, is this your first time here? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, it's not dumping work. It's developing capacity. So you're not unloading problems. You're not just like, I don't want to do this. You handle it. You're creating opportunities for others. You're creating growth for them. Growth for them equals freedom for you, right? Because you can't move on to the next thing. You can't do business development. You can't do CEO stuff if nobody's doing the execution and handling things, right? So the first time I handed something off, I was like, this isn't going to be good. Good morning, Kevin Hawthorne. I was like, I had fear it was going to go wrong, right? I'm like, well, I'm going to have to redo this anyway. I'll just hang on to it, right? But I had to realize that my way wasn't the only way. I used to hop out of the truck and go see Mark on the job site, and he might have a couple of subs working with him or a couple of other guys, and I'd be like, hey, okay, we got to put this beam in, so we got to build this temp wall here, do this, that, and that, right? And he's listening, He's like, well, what if we just did X, Y, and Z instead of A, B, and C, it would be faster. Probably wouldn't cost as much, and I can do it with that. I'm like, I'll be in the truck. Awesome, great job, perfect. Other times where I would get pushback from people where like they didn't want to do it a certain way, and I would still say, I like it. I like the ownership of it. Let's try it that way. If for some reason it doesn't work, then we'll fall back and do it this way. But at least we've got guys that are trying to do some things. Okay, so you want to make sure you promote that. Ben says, very true. I feel like I should be working beside them. When the more I work beside them, the more I disregard my sales duties, real duties, and closer to crashing the company they're working at. Yeah, isn't it funny how that works, Ben? So done's better than perfect, no matter how much it may hurt sometimes. Yeah. And sometimes we view it as like, if it's, let's just say, Ben, a guy did something on a pond or whatever, you might look at it as lowering the standard, right? He's doing it, and it's perfectly fine for the customer. So really look at it as meeting expectations. Okay, you're not building a clock, right? Bubba will tell you this. You're not building a clock. Get it done, meet expectations, get paid, move on to the next one. We're a business to make money. Okay, but remember, like the first time you do that, it's not going to feel great, right? But again, realize that your way might not be the only way. And you might not be protecting quality. You might actually be protecting your ego, right? Again, hey, nobody does it like me. Hey, I started this business. I'm the craftsman, right? How do you think we got where we're at, right? What got you here isn't going to get you there. All that stuff. You guys know the cliches and the sayings, okay? There's 4 guilt traps, okay? And see if this resonates with any one of you guys. Have you ever said, it's just faster if I do it? Okay. Or I don't want to burden them. They got enough going. I'm already asking a lot of them. Guess we got to scrap that timekeeping pond idea. Yeah. Hey, what if they mess up, right? That's a real thing. What if they screw up? And I used to tell guys, listen, I know you're going to make the right decision 99% of the time. You're going to do what I would prefer that you do. If you don't and it doesn't work and when you screw up, I'll be right there trying to fix it with you, okay? And the last one is we kind of say, well, this is what a good owner does, right? I'm not going to ask anybody to do anything I wouldn't do, right? I'll work right with them, okay? But like Ben said, nobody's doing sales. Nobody's keeping the company that they're working at going. Roy Dahl, good morning. It might be an okay morning for you. Sorry about your Bears. But you can root for the Pats on Sunday if you want. Guys, which one of those guilt traps owns you right now? Hey, it's faster if I do it. I don't want to burden them. What if they mess up? Or, this is just what a good owner does. It'll be faster if I do it. Yeah. Okay. Wow. You type as fast as yin. Must have some sort of AI agent going. Good morning, Dave Howard. I got my treadmill time in this morning, my friend. Thought I'd let you know. And I actually did a little bit of what I would call jogging, not running. So we're going to go real easy here for a little bit and just build into it. Slow and steady wins this race. Okay. How about having a handoff model, right? How do you do this stuff? It's fine. Yeah. Okay, Bob. Great. Give stuff up. Let people do it. Right. How do you do that? Number 1, explain the outcome that you're looking for. Okay. Explain the outcome that you're looking for. Number 2, show them how to do it. Show the process. This is how it's done. These are the steps. Even better if it's written down. Number 3, watch them do it. Okay. Number 4, inspect the results, not the effort. Inspect the results. Did they get to the outcome that you wanted? Maybe they zigged and zagged a little bit more than you did. Did they get there? Okay. I would add one more. Have them teach it back to you, because ultimately they're going to teach it to someone else. And if you can teach it, it means you know how to do it. It means you understand the process. So delegate results, guys. Don't micromanage the methods. And, this is how I do it. Great. Good for you. This is how I'm going to do it. This is how I work. I think this way, not this way. Whatever. If you can't do this kind of stuff, guys, you're going to be doing a lot of the work a lot of the time. You're going to be the operator. If that's okay with you, it's fine. Okay, but that's not how you get to $1 million and beyond in sales and in revenue. Okay. All right. So this week, I want you guys to choose one repeatable task, the person that could own it, and the next step this week to make that happen. Okay. So an example, one repeatable task. Maybe it's payroll. Hey, I'm going to unload that to my admin or to my VA or to a payroll service. 20 years in business, guys, not once did we ever run payroll. Send that stuff out. It's not your lane. I don't care about QuickBooks, okay? You can talk to me for 4 hours about that. I'm going to still tell you, go get a payroll service. Because guess what happens? Your accountant asks for records. You go, hey, payroll service, you need to talk to this guy. You put those two people together and you get out of the middle. Okay? So one repeatable task, the person who could own it, and what the next step is for you to be able to unload that. Okay? So pop a fist pump in the chat if you're thinking about a task. Even better, type the task in here in the chat. Ben says, one of my guys doesn't do well just building a pond, but he does better by training someone else to build that same pond. Mindset can be so big. Yeah, for sure. So find out what makes them tick, right? Especially if you want these guys to hang around for a while. Everybody, I think, needs to be challenged, and most people want to grow. Okay, some don't. And the world needs operators. Okay, that's okay. Provide that environment for somebody, but make sure they're good. Offer them that level up. Nobody wants to just toil away, and if they do, then fine. Make sure that you're still checking in with them. Okay, you don't grow by holding on to stuff. There you go, Dave. You don't grow by holding on to stuff. You grow by handing it off. And it doesn't mean that you don't do anything. It just means it creates capacity for you to do other things. Okay, guys, I'll be in Houston, Texas, Monday and Tuesday for our next two-day takeoff event with Steve Rosenberg and the crew. It's not too late to register. You can come as my guest. Tell them Bob sent you. Lee says, I'm staying in the office this morning. They're firing all the machines. Look at that. Boom. My work here is done. Good job, Lee. Lee made a comment yesterday that was one of the things that he could unload. He could assign to someone else. How's that feel, Lee? Are you looking out the window? You guys doing that right? Make sure they put oil in that thing, right? Yeah, I know. Anyway, guys, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm hopeful that in the process of these next several days, you start thinking about that who, not how approach, that buy back your time. Those are two great books. Buy Back Your Time, Dan Martell, Who Not How, Dan Sullivan. Check those out. Both of those are great books. Most people on this thread have probably already read them. Matt says, yeah, true. There's those that don't want to grow. It'd be hard to discover that, especially when they claim they do. Yeah, the KPIs tell the story, right? Sure. And I've seen companies lose people because the owner was in a growth mode. And the owner was like, all right, we're taking this thing to the next level. And not so much. Hey, I'd like you to step into a leadership role. Not so much. Hey, turns out I'm going to be leaving. Okay. Yeah. Great, but anxious. Yeah, Lee says, okay. Yeah, for sure. Guys, if you're struggling with your website, I want to know whether yours is doing what it's supposed to do and whether that bunch of money you're sending to the website company and the SEO guys is actually working. Give Tyler Kirk a call. Talk to him. Dan Bennett did that. And Tyler's not just going to take you on and handle your stuff. He actually said to Dan, you got a pretty good thing going here. Make these few tweaks and do these things with your existing and your current staff. Okay, so he'll give you an audit, take care of it, take a look at what you have going on, and if it makes sense to work together, then he'll put a proposal out for you to consider for a couple of different levels. Okay, so it's not like, hey, it costs thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars and keep sending money. Just have him check out your stuff, have a conversation. Probably sent 4 or 5 people his way from the Job Trade Connect event this past week. And it's like, I'm not in an affiliate marketing deal here, guys. I just like him, like what he's doing. Just like Bailey with 21 Digital. If you're filming content and you're good at taking photos and you just do nothing with them, or I never have the time to post, check out Bailey at 21 Digital. She can help you out. I went to the first Datey event. What night? I don't know what night it was. Friday night in Frisco, Texas. And ended up going, and Tyler showed up, Bailey's boyfriend, Tyler. And we got to have dinner in a private room, back room, and they were shooting content and doing all kinds of stuff. And it was good. And I got a chance to just spend an hour and a half just shooting the breeze with Tyler after Bailey and Abby went out to handle the event. And, they live 1,600 miles away. So I haven't had a chance to really spend some time with them and just talk to them, which was great. We had a nice time. And then we went out and checked out all the goings on of the Datey event. And I'm super glad I'm not in that scene. But yeah, you have a good thing. They're bringing singles together in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So check out _Datey on Instagram. They're doing great things, Bailey and Abby. So it was really cool. Hey, really hammering through the podcasts. I'm posting a bunch, multiple each week right now. Just going at it, and just, I'm not going to, I got like 6 or 7 in the queue. I'm going to put them out. I'm not going to wait and do one a week. So we'll put them out. They're good. They're good to listen to if, hey, if you're going out for your walk or a run or traveling or whatever, pull up Spotify, pull up Apple Podcasts, if you want to watch it. They're on YouTube. They live there as well. Okay. Yeah, there's the Datey link that Wendy, there was somebody else's link I was wanting to put on. Can't remember who it was. Maybe it was somebody I connected with at JobTread. I don't know if I mentioned it to you or not. I can't remember. It'll slip my mind. Guys, make sure you're checking out the Rosenberg group. Okay. We would love to work with you if you think you may need some coaching. All right. Check out our Facebook page. There's a Facebook page called the Rosenberg Group. Continuing to build my Summit group as well. Just a community where everybody shares positive stuff. So there's stuff out there. And I would challenge you guys, clean up your feed. When stuff pops up that's negative, get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Just start paring that stuff down. Okay. Make your social media experience a little more positive. Been working hard on that for the last year, and it really is getting better. A lot better. So what was it yesterday? Something kept popping up on my thing. I can't remember. So yeah, guys, anyway, I'm in a flat spin here. I'm going to wrap it up. Good to see you guys. I hope you have a great day today. A great kickoff to the week. If you're off, enjoy it. Bracket. Don't wreck your knuckles changing the brakes on that vehicle. And just remember, you can always load it on a truck later with all the spare parts and have somebody that knows what they're doing fix it. Don't forget to check out Love and Kindness Threads. All right. Check out Wendy's Etsy store. Paul Rumo showed me a picture of his family yesterday, and he has 2 biological kids and then 3 that he adopted from Haiti and their significant others. He's like, here's a picture of my crew. And I'm like, oh man, we got to get you guys in the Love and Kindness shirts. He said, yeah. So Wendy, you're going to get a good size order here at some point, I think. So yeah, new shirts, new messages coming out all the time. And yeah, I'm still encouraging her to go live and talk about it, but she still says that's super cringy. So maybe it's time for another Wendy visit on the Live 365 to talk about it. So anyway, guys, got a lot going on here. I hope you have a great day today. If you need me, let me know. Hit me up with a DM. In the meantime, keep kicking ass, taking names, and lace them up tight. Take no prisoners. I'm gone. See you guys.